I mean,
Why is it
It has
text
to
message
pop
to my
up so
mom?
much
Why is it
touch.
a message to my mom?
because your mom's so cute. I love her.
So, are you gonna be their little security tonight?
Be where?
Okay. I don't know where else to put it. Here, I gotta run in there. Someone figure out how to set this up somewhere,
You're gonna
please.
need it.
One of you. Anyone.
How do you set it up?
I don't. Oh, and add Karina. Karina, are you watching?
Turn it around. Brian, you would be better at that.
Ready, Donnie?
Here, just keep things over there. I have another. Me? I don't know how it's gonna stay on there with the charger. How's it gonna stay on there with the charger?
I was standing it up. It was doing it from up there. But there's 51 seconds left. Here.
Okay, I'll hold it like this and spin.
Baby.
I'm just gonna hold it and spin.
Sit and spin.
Okay. Well, here's the. I love you. But see, that's the thing. I can't echo.
Turn it on.
Okay. But are they gonna hear it?
Can you hear us? Karina.
Yeah.
Ah, we're on.
Look at that.
No, we're not.
Holy shit, she scared me.
Why is the music not on?
Here we go.
Oh my god, I'm panicking.
Double.
Take a deep breath.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. BJ!
Oh, so.
Rochester!
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
What is up?
Yo.
We have such an exciting day. Well, first of all, I'm going to start off with today we are celebrating 1 year of Be the Change Radio. Woo! Holy crap, I just got goosebumps. Yeah, even Legend, he just yelled about it. If you guys are listening, you can also go on to our Facebook page, and we are live. And then Chris is going to share with you how many needles we picked up today.
A lot.
Wait, why are you doing that?
Because I don't know the final count.
It was
I know
like
we had
1100.
11,000.
12 million.
1104.
Okay, yeah, the final count I had was 1,080, and then you guys went out while we were at 821. So.
Yeah. Kind of scary. So we went to the park, which is on North Clinton, almost up to Upper Falls. Yes, thank you. And there was this little girl, and she said to me and Donnie, she's like, "What are you guys doing? You guys picking up?" And Donnie was like, "Yeah, we want to make sure you guys don't get hurt." And she said that she got hurt earlier. And Donnie was like, "What do you mean? Like by a needle, or you got poked?" And she said, "Yeah."
What?
So we asked if she told her parents. She said she did. Hopefully she did. No one was at the park with her. And then we went over to the area. She said, they took the needle into the street, which we couldn't find. But it made me think, like, how many kids, at that age, we probably, I would say maybe
6, 7, somewhere around there. She was young.
Yeah, she was young. I would say she's between like 7 and 9. No, she was playing with other kids. That was it. We didn't see any adults with them.
Found out back in 1988.
Oh my goodness. But it really made me think, like, has this happened to other kids? Do they know what to do, or would they think to tell their parents?
Well,
I can't imagine.
she did tell her parents, and she didn't lie to us and say that she did.
Why would she still be there if she did? If it was my kid, she'd be like,
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't think she actually told her parents, unless she really did tell her parents and her parents didn't believe her. Because
Or
we
just like,
didn't find no needle in the road or nothing. So
And they're used to being in this environment. I mean, we have to remember that too. So it this might not even be a huge deal at this point anymore.
there's always a big
I'm not saying that we don't see it that way, I'm just saying, like,
No big deal.
she's 6 or 7, like, if she didn't tell her parents, she's not gonna think like, I should probably go home.
Yeah, yes, she did tell her parents. I see what you're saying.
Oh my god.
Making us out to seem like we're evil or something.
Right. Right now, I'm gonna take taste.
So holy crap, you've been on a year,
A whole year.
a whole year.
A whole year, Neff.
God, it's so cool. I mean, I was thinking we would recap some of, this year
Some of the awesome
that Hope Dealer has done. We did our camp out in boxes at the end of October.
Oh, Donnie.
I could kill him. I didn't even know that he was using like heroin at that point. He dabbled with cocaine and crack and stuff, but I had no idea that after losing Justin that he would get
You
into
just
it.
show up to a sober event too. Hey, I stay as far away
Right.
from those.
Oh yeah, Karina, can you go pick up my brother for me? Sure.
Yeah. And then
Sure
he
I can.
He stole our my
It was
Like
no way
BJ in
out.
Rochester.
Hey, big guy, hey, big guy.
yeah, it was like the best bet.
It was
ever.
comfortable, I'll give you that, it was. Especially
Yeah.
it was
Nice
cold
to know.
outside,
You remember
everything,
that?
windy, rainy. I actually do remember it, just a little bit.
Hard.
Donnie, how about when you finally came home and I walked up to you and I was so happy to see you? I'm like, do you remember me? You're like,
Should I?
No, but
I should.
basically, because my memory's shot. It's starting to get better though.
It is.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Yeah.
that, guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
So that's the great thing about getting sober is actually thinking clearly. I love it. Okay, so and that was when 821 really
Started.
because we had so many clothing donations. We had called around and St. Michael's actually gave us his phone number. And they know a gentleman who has a storefront and there's nothing in the store right now. It's not being utilized. And that's when
How it all started.
it's just crazy.
I'll drink to that.
Plus,
We did.
I think plus like that event is what has grounded us and allowed us to start to outsource and to grow, that one event, and then to carry it through here, on our show, because we come to this show to talk about the things that we've accomplished and what's going on in our version of recovery.
Right.
Plus, even on the show, think about the last year, we've had some pretty big moments. We've had some pretty big moments on the show.
What is going on?
They are just,
I'm sure everyone
Boys.
is wondering who's listening. What are they doing?
right, they're just
We're just super excited for a year.
They keep us animals on this side of the glass so we can only peek through. Scratch at the glass.
it's a true story. I know you guys can't all see this, but it's true. True.
There might be duct tape in their way. They might be able to see us though.
We're not sure.
I broke out of jail today.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So that was funny. We'll have a picture of that on our Instagram later. If you want to be Instagram friends, check us out, Hope Dealer BTC. We actually did catch Christopher coming out of something that looked like a jail cell. It was a abandoned
The birdhouse.
He would fit.
It was perfect. I laid right down in it.
I got a special appointment today.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Holy days. There were a ton of unsecured
Me and
properties.
Brian were frolicking together at Loomis Street. It was fun.
It was special.
That building is tore up like from the fire and
That's crazy.
them like spraying it or whatever. All the water on the floors. The floors are all really uneven and there's like
That's a crazy cool.
there's like moss that grows on an old roof. It's like all the floors are covered.
Yeah, it's really weird. Your feet like sink into it.
It's
we weren't sure if we
creepy.
were lost floor.
Now you guys said there were like cells.
It was really weird. Yeah.
Down in the basement there was like I don't know 8 of these little small rooms that had like 3 shelves in them. And it literally, anyone that's been to jail here in Rochester and put in City 3 for holding,
Or 2.
yeah, or 2, it reminded me of those. The 3 shelves were like, they could have been bunks in a jail, and they were like probably 6 foot by 8 foot rooms down in the basement that had separate doorways. And at one point, there was probably doors on them.
So that's what a human trafficking happens.
I've never been to that building.
It was
before, I
really,
swear.
really sketchy. We didn't find a ton of sharks in there, though.
That's good.
No, we didn't. It's just stop.
It was just really weird.
That's,
Me and Chris,
yeah,
we
that,
the Goonies. We're good. We're trying to find One-Eyed Willie's treasure.
We kept finding weird passageways like throughout the basement, and then I really was like lost at one point. I looked around like, okay, how do I get back to where I just came from?
Then when we came out, it was
You know, such a
2007.
Such a small person in such a large area, I got lost easily.
Oh my
Chris, come back.
So I want to hear stuff that you guys, you know, from Be the Change, things that,
I'd like to talk about.
you know, have stuck with you. Yes, we want to do that too. We're so excited.
I'm like a sore on Karina's butt.
What? Jesus help me.
Take the wheel. Brian, go ahead and, you know, share away about
We're
that.
gonna have a huge event on August 18th. And thanks to Crystal giving us the venue for it. It's gonna be at 585 Rock and Burger Bar. It's an outdoor venue, indoor-outdoor venue. And it's gonna be from 3 till whenever, but from 3 till 6 will be, you know, family-friendly time. We want everybody to come down and, you know, enjoy it. But we're gonna have a lot of different events.
And Brian will.
I will not, I will be there shirtless.
You don't have to worry.
All right, he's joking. He's joking.
I'm allowed there. I'm allowed
He's-
there.
Yeah, he's
So,
totally.
yeah, so anyways, we'll have a bunch of things for, you know, kids and stuff to do from 3 to 6, and after 6, we'll have the bands. How many different bands, Crystal, Donnie?
Working on 4.
We got 4 so far. I think.
No, we're working on
Working on
getting
4.
4.
Working on 4.
We will have that, and, we have a silent auction, we'll have different raffles, a lot of different things going on, but it's gonna be $5.
Huge.
Tickets from any one of us, they'll probably go on sale middle of next week.
Also, we're doing a rap battle too.
A rap battle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, rap.
Rap. Yeah, we're gonna
Calm down, Brian. Calm down.
Our great, amazing friend, Michael Conflict, is his stage name, would you say? He's the one who made us our first Be the Change song about Justin. He's going to be hosting and performing at this. So we're super excited. He's in the process of writing a new song for this event
Ooh.
too.
I can't wait to hear it.
Me either.
Because I mean, the one he's got going right now is like a hit.
Oh yeah.
The one, is that the one he did at,
That's the
Women's
one.
Awareness event?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It
was awesome.
opens.
And
Like,
that's
when he
where it
first
all
walked out, I didn't know who he
began.
was at that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this guy's gonna rap. I was like, damn. Even the chief, you know, chief of police from Gates was like bopping to it. He was like,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in car.
It was awesome.
yeah, I just figured.
That's where mine and Stephanie's love affair began.
It was.
That's where Karina began. That's right.
Yeah.
Karapani.
That's a good one.
Speaking of that, we will have a table at the Swords event again this year, which is going to be on the
We're leaving Karina in
31st.
charge, right?
Manhattan Square
Karina won't be
Park.
here.
Yeah, no, Karina's gonna be in Florida.
Eh, whatever.
Yeah, I'm excited. She's flying. She needs that little
She does.
delay.
Shut up, Brian.
Lisa chimes in.
That's right. I got them all on every side, guys. Every side.
We're gonna take a quick break, guys. We're gonna play my song and we'll be right back.
Yeah, we gotta figure out the phone
Brian, you're ridiculous.
Okay, so
People are probably like,
Tanya.
what the fuck is going on?
Hello.
what are some topics we should talk about that have been big?
I can't find the last year.
In the last year, so all of the events that we hosted, the cookout that was at 821, I wasn't there for that. The church's combat against addiction.
And I refreshed.
We had our own team of those events. Making our own business cards, putting together a board, like these are all big things that happened last year.
Oh, big. No big summer?
Yes. That's what I looked at.
We have to do that course to incorporate
Books, like I'm
What?
refreshing it right now.
What?
incorporate and all that shit.
You want to do it right now? I'll show you. Can we get on one of these things? I'll show you exactly what we're doing.
I have no clue what you do.
Who wants to fix this phone?
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know you had I know, but.
It's a helmet. It's a board helmet.
Fix it. It's facing the ceiling.
Is it really? That's what to somebody, she said. She put it there.
There's jam it right there.
Right on my face. Don't want to see.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick list. What did you say? You
Hi,
said.
We're trying to figure out the phone.
Why are you searching?
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
Hello.
Ryan's gonna work it out.
We're not on drugs.
Cookout. Dart tournament.
I was just reading my mother's text and stuff. I'm gonna hold this. It's gonna go right on me the whole time.
Dart tournament.
Like it didn't work.
I'm giving you. I'll do the dart tournament.
Right? See, you just did that on here in front of my mom and everything. Just say sorry, Jan.
You guys bring up the cookout. Yeah, we've done. Okay, so dart tournament, cookout, Churches United.
Carla Lidoff?
No. Carla Ray Arnold.
Oh, hi, Carla.
Hi, Chad. My brother logged on.
We no longer have us. That's why I just called him.
Karina Lee. Kylie Kilbury.
That's, Stacy.
Matthew. Matt's watching. Hi, Matt. She's like, you can take it off. Rotate. Eight, skate, and rotate. This is what Chris looks like at all points during the needle pickup.
You have it on me? No, look around.
What are they saying?
That's what Donnie looks like all the time.
Stacy said talk about how many people we've gotten into treatment.
Okay.
Good call, Stace. Good call, Stace. Karina's just blowing kisses and stuff. Like literally just kissing away.
Hi, Stacy.
About to go back on, maybe.
Are we?
Here we go.
You had all that time to prop it and you did not prop it.
Boom.
I'm hiding behind the
What a
monster.
great.
It's like nothing.
And we're back.
What up, Rochester?
Hey, hey, hey.
Thank you guys for continuing to listen to 106.3 FM. Be the Change Radio. So yeah, we've done some huge things this year. We did our dart tournament, which Karina just reminded me of. That was huge. We raised
That's when she got the sore on her butt.
Oh Lord.
Back to
we
the
raised
butt.
like $1,000.
Yeah, just about.
It was
A really great event.
yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm horrible at darts, but
Who won the tournament?
that little girl.
Me.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and Andy
What?
won.
I I thought that little, no, wait, you guys were playing against that little girl,
Yeah,
right?
we totally won.
I was on.
And I'm horrible
I
at
was
I'm
on
darts.
proud of you
Aaron's
guys.
team.
You beat a little girl.
You literally.
Hey, she put up a real good
Congratulations.
fight, but we won.
She's like,
So,
but we
yeah.
won, whatever.
As long as we won, I don't care.
Korea's like, I win.
I did win.
Did you
And
put this?
then,
No.
Smashed the bottle over her head right before she was about to shoot her last round.
So also in the last year, things that have happened for us that are really significant is because of our organization taking off so successfully, we had to implement an actual board and fill our board with members of people that were trustworthy enough for us to be able to carry this into not just talking about it, but making it an actual movement. And we have begun the process of filing so that we can become a legal corporation and a certified 5013C. What was it?
Yes.
We're on the radio, guys.
we've done cookouts, which Lisa and Brian are gonna talk about.
Hey,
Cookouts.
Lise, how do you feel about the cookouts?
What, the ones we've done already?
Yeah, those ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are not on drugs.
No,
This is just
no, we're
normal.
Oh,
Yeah.
they've been great. I love the one on Memorial Day at the beach.
Yes, we
That was
had
great.
one on Memorial Day, and it was completely last minute too. And a bunch of people showed up, which was kind of shocking.
I
for
mean, I
me,
killed it. I
since
can't
was so
do it.
last minute.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we kind of had to see Brian without a shirt. for a second.
Yeah,
That was
I
frightening.
loved it. She kept offering to rub it on me and stuff.
So better.
But no, it was a fun day. It was just awesome because I'm pretty sure every single one of us was like, this is the best Memorial Day we've
Yeah.
had, like, ever. It was for me anyways, because I just kept thinking back to the last 10 years of how miserable and lonely I was. So
Right?
it was just-
Isolated.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't do something like that when you use them because you don't have you can't do anything. You can't make any type of plan. You can't do anything. You can't have fun. And if you do, it's short lived. So
Right, you never follow through. Like, we're great at making plans. but
You don't
we
care
just
enough
never
to show
show
up.
Yeah.
like
Hey.
Steph and I went shopping, thanks to Lisa, the night before the event, and we're just going through Wegmans like crazy, getting all this stuff. And it was like, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is actually going to be like, we're actually spending money on food for like an
Right.
event and stuff like
Right.
that, and, rather than, thinking about other stuff and I got to get out of here, go do this, go do this, go do this.
Right.
And, you buy something, you return it. It's like,
Right. Yeah.
Aw,
Oh, he's talking. He's like,
that's right.
what else have we done this
We
year?
have gone to 2 Churches United to Combat Addiction events.
Oh, yeah.
Both of those were awesome. The second one, they had a panel with some people on it that we worked hand in hand with for a little bit. Gates to Recovery was part of the panel, and Gates. And the chief, Todd Baxter, I believe, was on the panel, or he was at least there. It was just good to see all different organizations uniting there, and I think it was both good turnout. There's a lot of people there. There was some keynote speakers at the first one. It was just good stuff.
The first one had a panel too with, I think, Recovery Now, New York, and all those guys were there.
Yeah, they had a panel too at the first event as well.
I
Yeah,
didn't get to
Michael
the second one. I
Mendoza was
at the first
there.
And each time we've had they were, awesome enough to let us have our own table there so
Mhm.
that we could provide people with our resources as well.
We got people in detox too.
A lot.
51
Our-
people
Yeah.
as of
The
third?
Thursday, I think it was.
Yeah, we've gotten 51 people into treatment. And unfortunately, that's a great number. Unfortunately, not all those people are still in
Of course,
recovery.
yeah.
But, we have gone out of our way to get each and every one of those people into treatment and to try to follow up with them. It's not really up to us if they decide to stay or not, but we do try to provide wraparound care as much as possible for people. And that's why some of the people that we've gotten into treatment have turned around and came back, and now they're a part of this
You
organization.
guys do a good job at following up with them too, I've noticed. Like, I mean, Karina, Steph, whoever, you guys, you'll know exactly what they're doing after when they're getting out, what they're doing. And it's great to see that because you're not just like, oh, we got them in, that's it.
Right. Well, and that's where one of the major gaps is in the
Mhm.
system is nobody follows up. And when people are getting released, it's hard to go right into a sober living house.
Yeah, very hard.
They're just, there's no room. And it's, that's one of the major things that so many people fall through the cracks because they get out and they go right back to the same environment they
Yeah,
left
we've seen that quite a bit too, where all of a sudden we see the same person in the same area. I've seen stuff even yelled over, hey, yelling their name,
It's sad.
it's sad because, even if they are, clean and sober at that point, it's like, you just want to drag them away from the area, but you can't. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Like you said, there's a flaw in the system. There's a gap, not even a flaw, a gap in the system because maybe not enough resources or whatever. And it's unfortunate.
That reminds me of something else that Steph and I were just talking about in the car on the way here. Chris and Brandon ran into somebody that they both knew earlier when we were out doing cleanup. And he was talking about how he had been to a certain rehab twice, and they weren't going to allow him to come back. And I was just shocked to hear that it wasn't a behavioral thing. It had nothing to do with that. Like, they just straight up weren't going to let him come back because he had relapsed both times. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?
Whoa.
Oh, I forgot to beep that.
Wow.
Beep.
Freaking kidding me, effing kidding me.
Yeah.
No, but that's how angry it makes me though, because it's like, this is somebody's life and you're going to deny them
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
the chance to save their own life, and that's how we're different. Like, you can come to us however many times you need to, and we will help you every single time.
Especially when those people at that, at that said facility, I mean, they're educated. They're supposed to be educated on addiction. They know it doesn't happen in one try a lot of times. They know people need, sometimes many chances. It's until they get it right. And the system, as the system grows and we get better resources, maybe people will get it right more the first time because they'll have direction. But until then, it's going to take multiple times. This place should know that. And to say you can't come back the first time, I mean, come on. I think by the show of hands in an audience full of recovering addicts, like you said, who's been to a rehab more than 2 times, you're going to see a lot of hands. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And as for, they don't have the resources, like as an addict living in recovery, when we're ready and we have to make that phone call, making it is so hard. Like, you don't want to sit on the phone for 20 minutes. You don't even know where to start. So that's why, we love what we do. We want to be able to help anybody who's struggling because we know how hard it is. And it's not as easy as so many people think, the just quit or, it's not.
It's basically, you're right about everything on that too. I mean, if people really don't want to change and they're not making the effort, it's hard to push somebody into doing something to save their life, knowing that, they could die any second. You know what I mean? As soon as they put it in their veins, as soon as they put it up their nose, anytime. But you just can't.
Just a lifestyle works.
Yeah, and you just can't force anybody into a program unless they really want, or you can trick people. And New York. No, it was the best place for me.
But once even if you didn't want to go into Clay County, like there's some people that be forced in legally or whatever.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you have, some people get clear-minded and then they want it, and you have to want it. And if you go in there because you're forced there and you just want to get out, you're right.
And that's what a lot of people don't
I
make.
did that so many times, man. Like drug court sending me, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm grateful for all those attempts at recovery and all those treatment facilities I was at. Right. I wasn't ready, but I did learn something about recovery each and every time. You know what I mean? And those are the things that like I learned in past attempts and then I utilized this time. Like they were always saying change people, places, and things, and I hate I don't hate that. I love that saying because it's what saved my life this time. But at the same time, like I would hear it over and over and over again. Like, You know what I mean? For me, changing people was some family for a little while, you know. And that's it's a hard thing, you know. I had a relationship with a lot of people that they can have a beer and be okay, you know what I mean? But I'm not that type of person, and people like that don't have knowledge of recovery or what recovery really looks like for an addict like myself, they kind of feel some type of way and they don't understand, you know what I mean? So it was tough for me to change those people that were in my life for so long, and I eventually ran from because I really started using and living the street life and everything. And then for me to show up now and try to make amends to people and stuff like that I never stole from or harmed in any way, now being clean to clear my conscience and put me in the right spiritual condition, it's tough.
Wasn't it a good feeling when the guy was on today was just like, Chris, damn, man, you look really good.
Yeah, dude, I love when that happens.
No,
man.
Chris is. I think you're honestly you're a pretty solid player because you do put yourself around the right people, and it's huge because if you do have a weak-minded spot, you are around the right people, and it's like if you're not, that's when you're screwed. You're done. I mean, think about it. You're done. I mean, there's been people I've talked about they can't sleep at night, but if they're around someone who's in the house, they're done.
Yeah,
if they weren't, they're not going to get in their car and drive to Clinton.
I wish I could sit here and tell you. I could tell you that I haven't obsessed about using drugs, but last weekend I was going through my own stuff and I had a rough patch, and using was crossing my mind, but right behind it was coming the negative consequences also.
So playing the tape through?
Yeah. That's the first. I reached out to my sponsor. I was joking with a member of our group here, even at the radio show, and we got to a meeting right afterwards, you know what I mean? And I reached out to my sponsor, and that was the first time ever in my life that I felt like even thinking about using. I shouldn't say feel like, because I didn't feel like it. I know where that would take me.
Yeah,
but,
it was just a mere
thought, crossing my mind, And
we talked about it in the car, and it wasn't like, let's go do this. It was just like you said. It was a mere kind of, not even obsession of it, just a flash of it, and it was gone. Once you talked about it, it was gone, and it was great,
Yeah, it was good to utilize the tools that I've learned throughout the years.
So as you guys are touching on being around the right people, okay, it just made me think of something that happened over the weekend. For a while, just because of family stuff that was going on, I stopped bringing friends and stuff over to my house because I'm staying with my parents right now. And I had Steph come over this weekend, and she met my mom and my stepdad. And after she left, my mom, started going on and on about how much she liked her and thought she was so responsible, and that you could just tell that she had her SH
her stuff
her ship together.
SH together.
We're gonna put a sensor on those now.
Yeah. But anyways, she was like, yeah, you can just tell that she's the type of person that you should be hanging out with. And for her to say that, I don't think there's one person that I've been friends with in recovery that she's ever said that about. I know, it made me happy too, but it was excited that I had brought her over.
And it made you excited, I'm sure, right?
I was like, oh my God, I was almost worried that she was going to be pissed that I brought someone home.
Look at this girl.
Right.
Right. Trying to deal all this hope.
Right.
Next thing I know, Lisa, you're going to get a face tattoo.
Right.
I think, we had so much fun. We had a little campfire at my cousin's house, but something that Lisa and I had talked about a lot and over the past few days even is connection, how important that is in recovery. And it's so true. People out on the streets, they need that connection. Even with one of our regular guys that Donnie had talked to one day when he called himself a junkie, and Donnie was like, don't call yourself that, man. You're a human. And it was very emotional for all of us. And that is huge. Being able to reach out and talk about that, Chris, is awesome. And I don't think a lot of people understand understand that just because we're in recovery, no matter how long a time period it is, it's not that we stop thinking about drugs, because I mean, we
That's where the
don't.
disease aspect
Yeah, we
comes
build a
into
better
play,
life.
you know what I mean?
We
Right.
build a better life
We-
that we don't want to lose, and it's
I don't know, just the support that we get from everybody. It's keeping me clean. It's keeping, like, even people that I went to school with that have known me through the past that hit me up on Facebook, and I tell them that, I'm in a halfway house, and I'm only about to be 6 months clean, and and so they're just in there, just like, keep going, man. You're doing good. Keep pushing forward, and a lot of people, like my buddy Shane Rufner, he's from Florida. And he still hits me up and, pushes me forward too. So,
that's
I
good,
give a
yeah.
lot of respect to him too.
Yeah. So Lisa and I went to a meeting too, an HA meeting, which was awesome. And we went with Carla because she had gotten out and really wanted to go to a meeting. And we went, and we were so glad that we did.
I heard it was awesome. I heard it was a really good meeting.
It was. We talked about the fact that we all took something positive away from this meeting and learned something valuable. And it was really
Then we
cool.
played Heads Up
It was
Friday
really
night too.
cool.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That was
it
the
was
most
so
fun I've had in a
fun.
long time,
Yes.
cracking up. Watching Cass just not have a clue. We give her clues, and she would say the most off the wall stuff. Be like, just pass it to Steph.
And watching Casey be like, I can't say that
Right?
word. Oh
She'd
my
be like, oh my
God.
God. I'd be like, what? It's bottom.
Right.
And then,
It was
Lisa, just
awesome.
every clue, like, that was negative. She'd be like, Brian. I'm like, really?
So
And yeah, and that's it. Like sober fun. Like you can really have fun sober. I used to think that wasn't true,
Oh,
but it
so true.
is.
More fun. Honestly, so much more fun. I mean,
You
you remember, you're not
Right.
the next day. You're not like, oh my God, you're not trying to balance yourself out with chemicals. You're literally just there having fun. We weren't leaving the
Yeah.
fire, sneaking to the bathroom.
Right.
We all just stood there the whole time.
Everybody
Like,
was out in front of the fire.
the
Everybody.
whole time.
Nobody was in the bathroom.
Nobody. And
I mean, we
Um,
wandered off like twice.
like
but
into the shed. They're like, what's he doing?
Why is there like a little fire going on there? What's going on?
You guys are a mess. I want to give some shout outs. We got some people watching
Hi, Mom.
our live feed on Hope Dealers BTC. Robbie Sims, Carla, Anthony, Tim, Rachel, Mary Jo.
Andre was on there.
My brother.
Oh, so many people. Hi, guys.
Hey.
We love you all. We're grateful for all the support. We are going to take another break and play a quick song.
And then
and
Stephanie's
then
going
when-
to talk about what she thinks of the past year.
yeah.
My mom's like, is he really at the radio
Dun,
station?
dun.
I haven't seen him for a minute. Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
I'm here.
I'm
here.
definitely going to say that, getting to this point could not have been possible without any one of you. And I'm super grateful. I don't
Yeah,
think I
thanks,
ever
Steph.
say it enough,
Some
but
funny stuff.
you guys are just the best, and I love you
So we
all.
wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So for real. So we appreciate it, and we thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Yeah. We love you.
Absolutely.
I
love you guys.
And
On that note, we are going to be playing Remember Everything by Five.
Five
what is
I
it?
think
Five
that's
Finger-
fun. Boom.
Yeah. Boom. Here we go.
Be the change.
Five finger pill dust. Five finger pill dust. I go on fire again. No move.
Lisa, did your mom
Oh my
answer
God,
you?
we're on fucking-
I haven't texted her yet. I was gonna call her after the show.
Okay,
Do you want me to text her now?
Oh, Chris, don't say stuff like that when we're live.
whenever you want.
Oh
It's
my
up to
God.
I'll
you.
try to call her now. What did you just say?
I'm gonna be my pants.
So funny. Very much.
Lisa, don't say stuff when we're live.
Right.
Sorry, everybody. I was totally talking about something else.
I'm totally lost right now.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
Come on now.
Finish it.
Let's see.
Make a little comment here.
Joe.
Write a comment.
I don't know
Oh
if
my
you
God,
guys
Stacey's like,
want
oh
you
my God.
if you're not hearing great. I know sometimes this breaks up. You can go to 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com
It was right here, too.
backslash
Let me clarify
listen.
that. 5-finger death punch.
We're so glad you guys are tuned in. This song is here. I'll turn it up so you guys can hear it
Clarify
too.
that it was 5-finger death punch. Punch.
I'm trying to pull up how long this song
You're
is.
hitting your nose on the glass. Like, Donnie, stop. You guys are a
Like
mess,
2 more
man.
minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Then we're gonna hop back on. If there's any topics you guys want us to touch on for the last 15 minutes, please feel free to post them. We are looking at the messages as we go. Screaming. Poor buddy. Oh yeah, you need your phone.
Facebook. Love you guys.
We will
Bye,
be
Karina. Bye, legend.
just doing the regular video.
There's the legend.
Baby's tired. I mean, really, you could do it from. Love you. You could listen and whatever. It's up to you.
You mean follow? Here you go. Here.
What am I doing?
Staying live.
Why? What? I'm staying live?
Sure, why not?
Are you recording my phone?
What the hell? You told me to play that.
Lisa.
I don't know the song.
Lisa, you should have told her to play her sentence. You said the F word on the radio.
Again, Lisa.
Dude, I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Bye, Karina.
Love you.
Bye, Felicia.
So we're staying live?
That was totally on the air. Yes, Carla, 100%. I feel like
What?
that's a crucial
I don't know how.
absolute. And, if you don't, it's going to be a struggle because you need.
We love you
someone who
guys.
can, call you on your BS and just help you in general, and not to be there as a babysitter or a bank or your dad or mom or even your brother or sister, but to be an actual sponsor and to help out with your step work, with your recovery, with keeping you on the right track. And if you go off track, don't expect the sponsor to come running after you to find you, because that's not their job either. They got to look out for themselves, but they will guide you to make sure it's less. But yes, Carla. Uh-oh.
Oh, I was on the phone.
Yeah. No, I was answering Carla's question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
That came in.
So you got my phone in there, right, Brian?
Yeah, I was answering it on, live on Facebook. I was answering it for her, what I thought, at least, from my experience. And
Is it dead or?
basically, she asked if having a sponsor was crucial to or would help your recovery. And I said, unbelievably, yes. I said, and not, a sponsor isn't, they're not your parent, they're not your brother, they're not your, trustee, they're not your bank, they're not anything like that. It's just literally someone who has been successful in recovery, who has worked the steps, who has, found recovery and knows the path that you should be on, and to help you, guide you on that way and work with you along the way. Because if you're working by, this isn't, no matter what you choose, whether you choose a 12-step program or whatever, it's always going to be a we thing, recovery. It's not going to be an I thing. While you have to look out for yourself and keep yourself number one and keep your recovery number one, you can't do it alone. You just can't. So many of us thought we could, and you can't. So, a sponsor to guide you is huge.
Right. And why do we do that? Because We know we can't do it alone.
Oh, our egos, humility, it's something that so many people in recovery have to work, including myself, as Lisa's glaring at me. But no, it's for real. I mean, every single one of us has an ego, has pride, has.
Basically, it's feeling weak. I don't like feeling weak.
Yes, exactly, Donnie. You look at you. I mean, you're like serious. When people see you, and you've grown up with that reputation, with that, people have thought that of you, and you are a strong guy. Don't get me wrong, you are very much so. But you humbled yourself and realized that no matter how strong on the outside, even inside, this isn't a willpower thing. This isn't a deficiency in your moral deficiency. This is a disease. And can you fight cancer alone? Can you fight diabetes alone? Can you fight any of those alone? You need a doctor. You need somebody to help you with things. Exactly. And this is something, it's the same thing, whether people want to believe it or not. The statistics have shown what the relapse rate is when you go at it, white knuckled willpower.
Yeah. And I just want to say that, ever since I became involved with you guys, like, I've had multiple people tell me that they've seen a change in me over the past few months. Like, I've become more confident. I've become stronger. I've become less willing to let people, I guess you would say, walk all over me, because I used to have a big problem, like, standing up for myself and, with confrontation and everything. And that used to be really hard for me. And now it's not. Like, I know what I want and I know where I'm going in life. And a lot of that's just because of you guys. Like, I was really isolated.
Just in a couple months I've known you, you're completely different from when I first met you. You were kind of just like, well, yeah, it's very quiet. I knew nothing about Lisa, and it was like, all of a sudden you could see as she became closer to people and, further along, she opened up, she expresses her opinion a lot to me. But no, it's great. You know what I mean? What's recovery and what's a family without some internal, not even conflict, but, disagreements, right. and talk, yeah. and we talk things out. Yeah. We do it the right way.
Just the other day. Yeah.
And that's the great part, is being able to talk about it, because that it's important to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever any one of us is going through, that's important.
It always comes from a caring and a loving place.
Because as addicts, we didn't care honestly, during active addiction, you don't care who you hurt. You don't care who you manipulate or step on to get what you want, what you need, more importantly. And it was like, it bothered me that, something was said that, Lisa took offense to. I was like, it bothered me. And I said, you know what? I was wrong for saying that. That opinion was wrong, my view on it. And Lisa was like, yeah, don't worry about it. You stupid. She's like, I expect it from you, stupid. I was like, what? No.
That's the cool thing, is we all have our own opinion, but it's so great to hear all of our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing that Hope Dealers BTC stresses, is we support all roads to recovery. And
that work.
Right. If it doesn't matter if it has worked for me, if it's working for you or someone else. That's what's important, and that's we all do different things. AA, NA, recovery fitness, HA, Hope Dealers. There's so many different things that you can do in the community, and
just keeping it up.
Oh, Donnie's still here.
Just keeping it up and moving on is actually a really good thing for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Just showing the community how good we are with them and making a difference. And it's kind of starting to show that we are in the city, which is really congratulations, I guess.
Yeah. And I was telling my dad that the other day, Donnie, how, we'll walk up to a group of individuals standing, by the park or whatever, and they're like, hey guys, they immediately know who we are. They point us in the right direction. They're even helping us. They're like, oh, we cleaned up our park already because we don't want our children stepping on there. And it's great to see it. I mean, everybody in the community has really started to recognize us and, you know, accept us and even assist us.
Right. Oh, and that was definitely a little bit of the hard part. Are we gonna be consistently doing this? Or are we just doing it one time? Like, and we show up. Like, it doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter, you know, there's not one Sunday that Hope There's BTC hasn't been out in the streets. And we'll go out if we get a message about needles somewhere during the week, we'll go out there.
Like we did today.
Yeah, the next station actually called our hotline and gave us an address, and we went to go check it today. We were really happy when we didn't find anything.
Same with Maplewood Park. When we didn't find anything, it was nice, but we went right there.
Right. Well, we did find something that lived there.
Yeah, but that was just never mind. Yeah, that was some creepy stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when we went out and it was like hailing, and then it was sunny and like hot, and then it was hailing.
Lisa's
like,
in a puffy
10
jacket. You
minutes.
can barely see her face with her hood up, like tied so tight. She's like, "Hey, guys." She's like pointing stuff out. She's like, "Brian, there's one right there."
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna move. Yeah.
Shoving me in bushes and stuff.
We always need volunteers too.
Mhm.
People who want to come and work 821 with us, hanging up clothes or making sandwiches there, passing out lunches. We have a few people on the security squad, but if you want to reach out to Donnie, Brandon, Brian, when he's there the whole time. But you can talk to them about